Hello and good evening from Jakarta. It's me, Mr. Gary. Time on the clock now is just turning, I think, 9 p.m. I'm just going to check that. Yes, 9 p.m. it is. This evening's stream we're going to talk a little bit about conjunction words. Okay, so when we have more people in chat, you want to join, great, no problem. I'm replying to Mohammed Ismail this moment. And he's one of my keenest supporters. He always shows up to the live streams, and I think he really likes coming to my live streams for some reason. So I'm going to just put it on record. Mohammed Ismail, I have something for you. I will reply to you, okay? Just give me a little bit of time. I will try and do it tonight. Number two, when Pallavi comes, if she comes, I don't know if she'll come, I don't know, I hope she does. I've got something for her as well, okay? I've got a little something for her as well. If she wants, it's a little bit of something from me, just to give a bit of encouragement. Hello there, Adi, and good evening from Jakarta. So tonight, in tonight's stream, we're going to look a little bit about conjunction words. Now, guys, if you have any questions, as I always say, at any time, put those questions in the chat, alright? And as soon as I can, I will try my very best to reply. You can always DM me on Twitter or DM me here on YouTube. Prefix the channel name, so that's English Speaking Skills, with the @ alright? So if you press the @, or I think if you have a look at on mobile, or if you're watching on a laptop, there should be a little tab there in the chat and it says participants. Okay, so you can pick me as a participant. You want to send me a little message privately, that's okay, you can do that, no problem. I will see it. The rest of the chat room might see it too, I think. So yeah, just be a word of caution about that thing. I don't think those things are private. Okay, if you use the @ to message me, other users will be able to read it. So that's good. Twitter's probably the best thing to do. I'll just change that there. If you've got any tricky words, put them in chat. How best to pronounce them. I'll highlight them and then I'll give you some some tips, some tricks. We can look at pronunciation as well a little bit later on. Alright, so I've got my trusty pen and paper handy. If you need to, if you have a pen and paper, might be a good time to think about getting one. Because I'll tell you, there's quite a lot this evening, and I'm going to say for the record, there's a bit of experimentation going on here. I don't know how it will work, alright? I don't know if what I've got planned will work. So, I always say, when you're experimenting with something, have a backup plan. So I have a backup plan, just in case. Just in case the main plan fails, alright? And we'll see how things go. So, I'm looking at the comments as well. Well, let's have a look. Hello there, Adi. Adi says, hello, Sir Gary. Hello, Adi. Good evening to you. I hope you're well, and I hope you're wanting to learn a little bit about English conjunctions. Plus, we'll do a bit of pronunciation, as I said. Alright. Well, I just wanted to invite you to Zoom if you have it. Okay, well, I will consider it, Mohammed, okay? Usually with Zoom, you see it's like a private tuition. So, I mean, you've been coming so long, maybe I should have a little offer that if I see you for so many hours, I'll give you, 30-minute private tuition, something like that. I know you keep coming into my live streams, all right, and I don't want You know, I certainly don't want people to feel uncomfortable appearing on YouTube. I can always do that, but you know, it's not always the best policy. Alright, so let's do that as well. Comment with any words you find difficult in English. You know the drill, guys. If you have any problems, put those in there. Any ideas or anything that you're not sure about, put them in the comments box. Now I am devising a little form, alright, and I'm going to put the form in future. You'll find out about that. I'll do that hopefully tomorrow, where you'll have the opportunity to send your own form. Okay, so it's actually a private form, and then what I do is I'll read them and respond to them accordingly in the chat. So that's coming up tomorrow, in tomorrow's stream. I think we'll stream tomorrow as well, depending on how the streams are. So let's get stuck in. A little message from me as well. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and my stream. Please do share it with your friends. If you think you have any friends who are looking to learn English or are struggling a little bit, they are not sure, you know, press that share button, share it amongst your friends on whatever social media you use these days. Lots of different social media sites. You could have, I don't know, the main one on my channel at the moment is WhatsApp and Telegram, and sometimes Facebook. I get a lot of views coming in from Facebook, so yes, always nice if you do that. The more the merrier, and I always think it makes our community a little bit livelier. I've got a little hello message from Sarah Ismail. Hello Sarah, we're just beginning the stream. I'm just outlining a few things for the people who are here. And I think she's sent me, I think that's a wave emoji I can see there. Pallavi. Hello teacher, how are you? Apkasi, hi. Is that right? Is that Hindi? Did I just speak some Hindi for the first time in my life? Oh my gosh. And here's a wonderful word from Mohammed Ismail. Magnificent. Just before I begin, Pallavi, I've got your messages, okay? I've got your comments. I've read them, okay? Now, I was going to publish them. Sorry, beg your pardon. Let me rephrase that. I was going to reply, but I can't reply unless I publish them on YouTube, okay? So that's one of the downfalls with YouTube. So, are you happy for me to publish your comments? You know, the ones that you sent yesterday, can you remember? Just put something in chat there, tell me that you're happy. If you're happy for me to publish your comments, then I'll publish them, because once they're there, other people can read the comments, okay? I just want your permission that you're happy for me to publish those comments. Because I want to reply to you, Pallavi, but I can't unless I publish the comment. So if you're happy, just say yes, please publish the comment, or say no, thank you, please don't publish the comment. It's up to you. All right, let me know. Let me know in the chat box, all right, guys? Let me know in the chat box. Without that, it's very difficult. I don't know. Okay, so let's proceed. So the first question is, you've seen the thumbnail for this evening's stream. Conjunctions. What are conjunctions? What are conjunctions? Can you tell me? I'll give you a few seconds there to reply, chat, so I can hear you. We have 6 viewers at the moment, I believe. Perhaps if I view myself to make sure that everything... I always view my own stream, because I get so worried that you can hear me or can't hear me. I get so worried. Yes. Okay, so remember you can chat there. Pallavi, let me know. Can I publish your comments? So conjunctions are words that join clauses in sentences. All right. You might have heard of words and, so, because, but. All right. There are a lot of different conjunctions in the English language, so we're going to cover some of those in tonight's stream. And we're also going to look at some more academic conjunctions. All right. So these are conjunctions that are a little bit higher level. And what they will do is they will expand your mind, expand your writing, expand your speaking ability. So a lot to be thought to be said here. So as I said, there's a bit of experimentation. So I'm going to have a look and I'm going to try now and get this slide on. Alright, I don't know if it's gonna work and I don't know how to use it because it's new. It's a new function that I've not really used. Alright, and I'll just discuss those things as I go. Oh yes, she says she hears me. So Pallavi, just tell me, are you happy? Can I publish your comment? Can I publish your comment? At the moment, I hold all the comments for review. Alright? So, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the stream now. Now, it's not displaying very well, so I'm going to try there and make myself... Can I make myself a little bit smaller? I can't. Can I do that? Oh, no. No, okay. So low. Alright, okay. So let's have a look. I'm going to put that on there. There we go. Right. So conjunctions, and I'm just going to turn my banners off for the moment, and then we're not distracted. So conjunctions. This is what we're going to talk a little bit about. List of conjunctions. So these are the basic ones. What is a conjunction? So as I mentioned, we're going to discuss what conjunctions are, how we can use them, and what situations are beneficial for conjunctions. Now remember, these are a classification of word, so it's a word category. Alright? A word category. If you've not heard the word conjunctions, then you know, that's what it is. It's a classification of word. Hello there, Mr. Hassan. I'll just put those up on the thing, on the chat there. Hello, Mr. Hassan. Hello, Mr. Gary, he says. Hope you are all good. Well, I'm always good. I hope this helps tonight. I hope we're going to learn a few things. Alright, I've got a little game afterwards, if you want to have a little game. I know some of you like quiz games, so yes, we'll try a little bit of quiz. So, here are some words, okay? All of these words and many more words are conjunctions. So, like I said, if you have a pen and paper handy, maybe you want to write some of these down, okay? For, while, since, where, because, then, wherever, even though, nor, or. Okay, so this nor is the negative of or, right? So you're talking about two objects in a sentence. Example, I don't like vanilla nor chocolate ice cream. Alright, so you're basically saying that. So, until and but. Alright, so these are some of the target words. There are more conjunctions. These are just a small number of them. Conjunction. What is a conjunction? Conjunction is the name for those common words that are used to join parts of sentences. Also, conjunctions may be used to begin certain sentences. And there is a famous quote from Sir Winston Churchill, who was a British Prime Minister during the World War. I think it's World War II. And he said, using a conjunction at the beginning of a sentence is not something I will put up with. Alright, with is a conjunction, and what he means is, you shouldn't end a sentence using the word with. But he was the British Prime Minister at the time, so he could pretty much do what he liked. Makes up his own rules. There are two different conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions. Alright, so these are the two that they need to work together. Subordinating conjunctions. So a sentence will make sense without that subordinating, because it's a subordinate. Alright. Subordinate means it's not really important. That's what it means. So you remember that one. You may come across it. Conjunctions sometimes work in pairs called correlative conjunctions. We're going to examine some of those as well as we go through. Lots to do. Conjunctive adverbs are also frequently used to provide logical connectors in sentences. Alright, good job. I can see that, Pallavi. Conjunction. Seneojan. Is that right, Seneojan? I don't know if that's... I don't know if I can pronounce that very well in Hindi. I don't think I'm an expert at all in Hindi. It's not something I've ever had the luxury to learn. So there we go. When to use each coordinating conjunction. Right, so to communicate addition. Alright, example. I like orange juice and apple juice. So orange juice is like a fruit juice. Apple juice is a fruit juice. So I'm saying it's two of the same thing, right? That's what and is for. But and yet are contrasting. They are contrasting conjunctions. So if I say like this, I like apple juice, but I don't like orange juice. Alright? We're still talking about the same two objects, but I like one and not the other. Okay? Yet it can also be a contrasting conjunction. So he likes bananas, yet he doesn't like oranges. Okay, I can't understand him. Very strange. To show a result or an effect. Alright. It was raining today in Jakarta, so I caught a taxi instead of riding my motorbike. It was raining today in Jakarta, so I rode my motorbike. I caught a taxi instead of riding my motorbike. Okay, good. Now, to communicate a reason, this is a little bit different and people get a little bit confused. Reason means why. Okay, why something happened or the cause of something. Okay, I waited for 5 minutes before starting my stream. Okay, because I wanted people to join. Cause as well, yes, so it's like the cause in that situation. Okay, to communicate a choice, usually of two things, I mentioned this earlier, or to communicate a choice. To communicate a negative choice, as I said earlier, is no. No, right? I don't like apples nor bananas. No. Okay. Good. Coordinating conjunctions are used to join words, phrases, and independent clauses. This is a bit difficult, is this? It's not displaying properly, so I need to figure out what's going on. I hope it's displaying at your end, but at my side it's not displaying very well. So one of these joins, we don't need to read that. It says, example, the shoes were not blue suede nor black leather. But here we can see in brackets, nor joins the two phrases. Okay, I think it's one of these words that is going out of fashion, is nor. I don't hear it very often spoken in English language, but it's well worth knowing it in case you do hear it, and I think that's important. Okay, it wasn't a costume party yet. Many came dressed as literary villains. So villains from perhaps a famous book, like or comic perhaps. Somebody came to a party dressed as the Joker, Penguin, or something like that. Okay, other villains, if you can think of other villains, chat, you can put the name of your favorite villain in the chat box. I always think my favorite villain is Thanos. I think he from the Avengers movies. I really like Thanos. Yet joins two independent clauses, right? So this word here, yet, is joining the two. All right. So it wasn't a costume party. Many came dressed as literary villains, but here we're showing that yet is going to join it. All right, it makes more sense, and that's what conjunctions do for us. Okay, good. Let's have a look. More coordinating conjunctions. So these are a little bit more academic, what we call academic words. Use these conjunctions in things like perhaps academic essays, report writing, reports, those kinds of things. Presentations, formal presentations. These are very good words if you want to try and use them. And it says when to use each coordinating conjunction. Reason. So this is why. All right. So to communicate additional information. Coordinating conjunction. Example, consequently. Consequently. Number 2, furthermore. This is giving more information. This is showing the result of something. Okay. The stream is lagging, consequently I have to delay how I speak during the stream. However, okay, this is another nice word. I use this one quite often. That something has happened, and what I'm trying to do is show the reason why it happened. Okay. It was raining in Jakarta today. However, I got to work on time. Alright, so that's a good example. Indeed, when you're wanting to reaffirm the point. Moreover, okay, same thing again. Nevertheless. And then we have then. Okay, and therefore. Alright, so use them between two independent clauses in a sentence. Coordinating conjunctions continue. There are coordinating conjunctions used to join independent clauses. Examples of coordinating conjunctions in sentences. Example, he only wears brown wingtips. Consequently, he does not wear white socks. Consequently, right? It's like a result of something. Okay, joins two independent clauses. Remember, chat, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat and I'll read them shortly after this presentation. Okay, I can't really see these at the moment, some of them. Sanyojan, I can see that one. Sanyojan, ah, very good, in Hindi. Turns out I'm becoming a Hindi expert, thanks to Pallavi. Maybe you should teach Hindi, Pallavi. With a bit of English on YouTube. That would be a bit of fun, wouldn't it? There's a good idea for you. The shoes were not suede, however, they were leather. However joins the two independent clauses. Right. Notice this punctuation mark here. It's a semicolon, this one. It's like a full stop and then a comma below. So it's giving us a little bit of a pause there. Alright, and you can do that. It was not a Halloween party, nevertheless many came dressed in costumes. Alright. Nevertheless is the word here. It's the word, it's the conjunction word that is joining the two clauses. Alright, good. Any questions, chat? You know, put them in the chat box, no problem. I'll address them afterwards. Okay. Now, subordinate conjunctions. These conjunctions are used to express relationships between a dependent, so something that is and an independent clause. So dependent means one cannot exist without the other. All right, a dependent. Think of a child. You know, a young child is a dependent of the parent, right? So the child cannot exist without the parent. And that's what dependent means. So if you remember that, you're going to be in a very successful position when this stuff comes up. And it also helps you with your writing, reading, you know, speaking and listening. All of those skills are dealt with. The more you read, the more you try. So reason. These are time conjunctions, alright? Time conjunctions. After. If you've studied the past perfect with me in any of my videos, my past perfect video, you'll know that I discuss these two words, after and before. Okay, after and before. Those are discussed in my past perfect video. You can go flick through my channel later on and try that one. Once. Okay, once, one particular event or one moment in time, if you like. Since shows the start. Okay, since shows the start of a moment in time. Example: I have lived in Jakarta since 2010. All right. So what I'm saying there is that action of living in Jakarta started in 2010, and that's what since does. Until, all right, that is used normally to denote the end of an event or the end of time of an event, right? Example: tonight's stream. Well, let me put that into a better context for you. All right. I will stream until somebody says, "Please don't stream anymore." Okay. So I don't know when that event might happen. All right. Neither do you. Until I will stream until 10 p.m. tonight. Okay, showing the end. When can show us another moment in time. All right, I was streaming when my friend called me. Okay, whenever, an unspecified time. Okay, Can you help me whenever you get a moment, or when you get a moment? Right. While shows the duration. Shows us the duration of the time. Okay. While streaming, the phone rang. I was streaming while the phone was ringing. Okay. As, because, and since. Okay. These are reasons or causes. Result and effect. Okay. So the result, in order that. So that, that. Now conditions, if you've looked through my channel videos, you'll see that I've made some videos there about conditional sentences, and I use if, even, if, unless. You're welcome to view those again at your leisure. Although, these are contrast ones now. Although, even though, though, whereas. Now, location, where, wherever. Okay. I will meet you wherever you like, meaning an unspecified place. Okay. I will chat to you by Zoom whenever you like, wherever you like. Okay. Choice, than or whether. Okay. I prefer popcorn rather than an ice cream. Okay. Oh, there we go. So those are whether you like it or not, Mr. Gary will stream. Okay. And notice the spelling. Okay. This is one of those words that has another similar word that's pronounced the same, as in weather, rain, sun, sleet, snow. That's W-E-A-T-H-E-R. Okay, weather has a H in it and no A, so watch out for that. Those sneaky homonyms and etc. We're not talking about that tonight. Subordinate conjunctions. Subordinate conjunctions often begin a dependent clause. Remember, dependent means it can't exist without another clause or the main clause of a sentence. That's what it means, right? If the dependent clause begins or interrupts the sentence, then it is separated from the independent clause by a comma. So we can start a sentence, put a comma, and then a dependent clause in the middle. It's like adding additional information, another comma, and then finish off the main sentence. And that's what we're doing. Let's look at some examples here. Once she found the perfect brooch. She purchased 3 outfits to match it. Okay. Now, one of these is dependent. So which one is dependent? Okay. Let's have a look. Once demonstrates a time context. A comma is used because the conjunction starts or begins the sentence, right? So there we go. He wore the top hat whenever he went. Oh, sorry, wherever he went. Wherever demonstrates a location context, but we don't know an exact location, all right, for this. So, though wherever begins the dependent clause, no comma is used because it does not begin the sentence or interrupt the sentence. Okay. Don't worry, chat. I've got a little quiz for you later on. There we go. Some other conjunctions as well. We can have correlative. Correlative conjunctions are 2 separate conjunctions that are often in sentences together. Example, both and. So, both maroon and grey assent nicely. Means that they complement each other. Either or. Example, I like to wear either pants or capris. Neither nor. Example, neither the shirt nor the jacket fit. I had that problem this week. Not only but also them. Example, not only one button fell off, but all of them. Have you ever had an item of clothing where the button fell off? Happens to my shirts all the time, especially the work shirts that I wear. In Indonesia, those work shirts, or those shirts, are called batik. B-A-T-I-K, batik shirts. Whether or not you wear nice clothes, you have to wear nice clothes. Not so much as... I'm just letting my mouse pause because you can't see it, chat, but something keeps popping up there. Example, it was not that his clothes were flamboyant so much as they were florid. Strange one. Okay, some other conjunctions as well that we can use. Adverbs, conjunctive adverbs. Provide connections, transitions that clarify, limit the words or the meaning. Alright, so when to use common conjunctive adverbs. Whew, that was a mouthful, chat. I'm watching the chat as well. Good, I can see there Pallavi's providing Hindi translations, so she can, hopefully it helps you to know these words a little easier, but don't translate everything. When you're learning English, try and separate the native language from the English language, and try and put more focus on the English language, because you already know this language. Alright, you already know the Hindi language well, so you know, okay to translate, but don't do it all the time. I think that's my advice. Reason to commute. Hello if you're joining as well. Say hello. I can see a few people joining. So nice of you to join. Say hello, and if you have any questions, I have some regulars in here. They will help you, I think. Reason to communicate addition. Okay. Example, also. Okay. Furthermore and besides. Now, to communicate something that's the opposite, which is contrast, we can use words like however, still, nevertheless, instead, otherwise. When we want to compare two things, all right, we could say similarly, or likewise. All right, similarly or likewise. So that's a really good. Those are really good words. Those to introduce a result or summary. Therefore, thus, consequently, accordingly, hence, or then. Time, I think those are easy enough, but for those new learners who are joining us, next we have then, meanwhile, finally. Okay, and to communicate emphasis. So emphasis means to add importance, chat. All right, to add importance. Don't forget, there's a quiz coming up after this little presentation that's going to, you know, try and is it going to test you? Well, I hope it does. I hope it gives you a little something to think about. All right. To communicate emphasis, we use words like indeed and certainly. Indeed and certainly. So very good there, chat. Well done. Furthermore, examples. Let's look at some examples. Furthermore, stiletto heels. Now, if you've ever worn these things, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're extremely high ladies' heels on ladies' shoes. And one once broke one of my toes. But that's another story for another time. Are not a fad, meaning a short-term fashion. Trend, that's what a fad is. All right, they are classic. Furthermore communicates an additional statement and is followed by a comma. Alright, so if you use furthermore, chat, this stuff can be done in more than 5 sessions. I'm not sure what you mean. It can or can't be done, Mr. Hassan. You could clarify that in chat for me. His crimson cape caught on the skyscraper. Therefore, his flying ended abruptly. Alright? Try and envisage the sentence in your mind. You know, perhaps we're talking about a superhero who's having problems flying, and his cape or her cape gets caught on a building or something like that, and then all of a sudden down she goes. Alright? Or one of these parkour athletes, if you know what parkour is. People who jump around buildings. Rather crazy stuff. Yes, so let's look at that. Therefore communicates a result and can be preceded by a semicolon because it is in the middle of a sentence. So that semicolon, if you remember, we talked a little about punctuation. You know, perhaps refresh your mind about what the semicolon does, its function in English. Alright, good stuff. I'm reading a comment now from, wait a minute while I just reduce my screen size, Mr. Hassan. Let me have a look here. I'll come to you in a moment, Mr. Hassan. I'll just show the others what comments are there at the moment. Pallavi, me too, sir. Good girl, well done. However, halaki. Wow. You didn't know I was that good at Hindi pronunciation, did you? But one thing I will say about the Indian language is I do love the writing, and it's very similar in Bali, but I think that's to do with the religion. Alright, that's a religion thing, isn't it? It's reason, Karan. Karan, yes. It's so artistic and beautiful. I love it. Yes, sir, she says. Good job, well done. And then this stuff can be done in more than 5 sessions. Well, yes, you're right. You know, I might go into a lesson for 45 minutes and I might only talk about 3 or 4 conjunctions in one lesson sitting. With live streaming, though, we have this advantage, this benefit, that once this is done, okay, it's available for recording, it's available for pausing, and students find that very beneficial, in my opinion. Example, myself, YouTube have issued or have given channel owners a new function. And they've literally published the video in the last hour, so I watched it before I started, and he said it that quickly. I was like, what? And I had to rewind, then I had to pause, rewind, pause, rewind, pause. And as I'm doing that, I'm going through, I'm doing exactly what the instructor is telling me to do. Alright, to try and optimize my channel again. Mr. Hassan says, I mean that conjunctions are numerous. Good. And the more we have examples, the more we understand. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That's why I put the quizzes on. Alright, so I put the quiz game show thing on. We can have a bit of fun in a moment or two and then look at the test our knowledge based on what we've just learned. Alright, and that's what that quiz does. Hopefully it's, you know, I think that's very beneficial for learners. Conjunctions are fundamentally essential in English. I suppose it is a very important session. I treat all my sessions importantly, with importance, because and you know, at the end of each session, you'll notice that I always say, I don't ask I don't ask the viewers, do you understand that? I would usually ask them, you know, how do you feel about that? Have you learned anything? What have you learned? Okay, put something in the chat. Tell me about it. All right, and then that gives the students the opportunity then, or the audience, to express their feelings. Okay, did they gain value from the stream? You know, I don't do these things to waste people's time or for my own benefit or enjoyment. You know, I just hope that the audience takes at least one thing away. If they learn one new thing and they can master it very quickly after this stream, even during the stream, then this has got to be a well worthwhile stream, right, for people to enjoy, to understand, to learn. And that's what that's what it's all about. That's what my channel's all about. So you know, I always try my best with the streams to make them a little bit more entertaining. You know, I remember when I learned English when I was in in what we call secondary school, and I got to grade 10 and 11, and goodness me, it was so dry, boring. And I was sent to sleep sometimes by the teacher. She was quite old, grey, very prim and proper, you know, and it wasn't interesting to a teenage boy. So I try to flower it up, keep it interesting, keep it fun, keep everybody motivated, and then, you know, it's going to be more likely that people will learn those things. I think so, anyway. Good. Whew. I said that. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a little look, a little quiz for you, everybody. I'll pause the quiz as we go along. Usual story, and here we go. Let's see what you've learned, or let's see if you get these well. Okay. We start off nice and easy. I bought some apples, oranges, bananas. Is it but or and, chat? Type the answer in the chat box, guys. Mohammed Ismail says and. Addy says and. Sarah says and. So I'll give that a try. Nobody... Oh, hang on a minute. Pallavi says, I love quizzes. Good. Let's have a look. The answer is... Pallavi says and as well. Good job, well done. Alright, notice how there was more than one item in that one. Here we go. He came late, blah 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 blah. The teacher punished him. Is the answer because? Oh, well done, Mr. Hassan, you got the previous one correct as well. Or is the answer so? The teacher came late, blah 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 blah. The teacher punished him. Is it so, or is it because? Let me have a look now, and I've got some answers coming. Mohammed Ismail says so. Pallavi says because. Sarah says so. Ismail, Mr. Hassan says so. Addy says so. Now, the answer here is, look at it again. He came late, right? So he is the person. So he arrived late. You assume it's to a class. it's not a reason, so it's not because there's no reason stated. So is the result, isn't it? It's the result. So the answer must be, what is it, Pallavi? I'll let you answer again, Pallavi. Go on, quick, Pallavi, quick. The answer is so. If you said so, guys, well done. Good job. And here we go. We're going to do another one. Question 3. And it says here, my brother is very intelligent. Blah, 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 blah. He is very lazy. Ooh. Is it and he is very lazy? Or is it but he is very lazy? Now look, we've got two opposing ideas here. So opposite ideas. Intelligent and lazy. Those are two totally opposite characteristics. Okay? Now, if we change the word lazy for hard-working, then we have two ideas the same. They're very positive ideas, right? So you would say intelligent and hard-working. But he's not hard-working. He is... I think I'm going to read some comments. Mohammed Ismail says, but... Mr. Hassan says but. Adi says but. Sarah says but. And the answer is but. Good job, everyone. Well done. If you said but there, well done to you. A number of people joining. We've got some new people joining. We're now reviewing at the review stage of this live stream, and we've got a little quiz going on, so well done for joining. I'm glad you found me. Drop a subscribe, press that like button for 200 points. I'm so pleased. But is the answer to that one. Right, here we go. Question number 4. It's like this. Have you bought a new bike, blah blah blah, an old one? Now this should be a question. I didn't have much time to vet this and put it in, but there should be a question mark there. Have you bought a new bike? Mohammed Ismail says oh, and she says Pallavi says I always reach class late. Good job, Pallavi. Right, lots of answers coming in here. Mohammed Ismail says, oh. Sarah says, oh. Pallavi says, oh. Adi says, oh. And I think Adi's from Indonesia. Is that correct, Adi? Just tell us what city you're from or what region. Here we go. This is a good one. Take the umbrella. Blah, 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 blah. It is raining outside. I can see reason here, not result. Mohammed, oh, you're from Jakarta. Oh, yes, I know Jakarta very well. I've lived here a long time. Because Mohammed Ismail, because he's from Jakarta. Adi says Mr. Hassan says because. Pallavi says because. Adi says because. Sarah Ismail says because. Oh, hang on. I think that should be because. It's a typo. It's not became. Someone's typed that in wrong. Oops, Mr. Gary, you've typed that in wrong. Maybe the autocorrect has caused me a bit of a problem there. It's because, not became. Oh yes, I know this one. Walk fast, blah blah blah. You will miss the train. Come on now, chat. I think this is a consequence, isn't it? Mohammed Ismail, hot fingers there. Mohammed Ismail says, oh. Sarah Ismail says, oh. Mr. Hassan says, oh. Pahlavi says, oh. I'll just wait for Addy a few seconds. He says, oh as well. Let's have a look. And yes! If you said, oh, well done, guys. It's like a consequence, isn't it? Right, these might start getting a little bit trickier now. So we've got another little card shuffle going on for more points. Notice that the 50-50 isn't there. Oh, no. Oh, God, I've lost it. Is it that one? Oh, no. Mr. Gary! Oh! Oh, dear. We went to a picnic. Blah, blah, blah. We enjoyed it a lot. Is it but or is it and? Is it A, but, or is it B, and? Mohammed Ismail. Fast and furious Mohammed Ismail there. First again to reply. And, he says. Pahlavi says and. Sarah Ismail says and. Addy says and. Is Mr. Hassan says and. And the answer is, if you said and, good job. So yes, guys, just to remind you, you can take an extra time if you like. I'll give you extra time if we get some difficult ones. There is another option. I'll show you that option in a moment. Yes, double score is the other option. No 50-50 because we only have 2 options. More than 2 options, you get a 50-50. They performed well, blah, 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 blah. They could not qualify. Oh, dear. Well, I know... but is Mohammed Ismail. Mr. Hassan, but. Pahlavi, but. Addy says, but. Let's have a look at that one. I think that's it. A couple of other people in here. Sarah Ismail, but is the answer correct. Well done. Good job, everyone. Lots and lots of questions. Lots of practice. That's what this stream does. Lots of practice for my students. I hope it... My audience, my subscribers. It's hot outside. Blah, blah, blah. I will stay inside. Now, we live in hot cities, hot countries. Indonesia, very hot. United Arab Emirates, very hot. We all love air conditioning. India, very hot as well. So, it says Pahlavi. Let's have a look. Addy says so. Mr. Hassan, so. It's Sarah, so. Mohammed Ismail, so. I think you're right, guys. I think you're right there. Well done. A good bit of a fun quiz for you guys tonight. And it makes me wonder. I do wonder sometimes. Right, now, come on, Mr. Gary, get this one right. Give everybody the 200 points. Oh my God, where is it? It's that one. If you pick the top left, the answer it is top left. So there we go. So, oh yes, we lost the match. Blah blah blah. We won the hearts, or their hearts. It should be their hearts. We lost the match. Blah blah blah. We won their hearts.
Yes, I think that you've got that one, I think. Mohammed Ismail says but. Pahlavi says but. Mr. Hassan says but. Adi says but.
Sarah Ismail says but. I'm going to have to make these questions trickier for you, chat. 100% so far. Good job, everyone. You're doing a great job. Let's have a look for the next question. And that's it. I'll just quickly review the answers with you, just for the benefit of everybody. And I bought some apples and oranges. Sorry, apples, oranges and bananas. He came late, so the teacher punished him. Okay. Number 3. My brother is very intelligent, but he's very lazy. At opposition there. Have you bought a new car, a new bike, or an old one? Should be a question mark there. Take the umbrella because it's raining outside. It's not typed in correctly, that one at all. Walk fast or you will miss the train. Lots of little errors here, whoever's made this one. We went to a picnic and we enjoyed it a lot. They performed well, but they could not qualify. It's hot outside, so I will stay inside. Sounds like my life in Jakarta, and wherever I go that's hot, you know, I go cowering for the air conditioning, especially if I go to the Middle East, because goodness me, that is another level of heat. Another level of heat in the Middle East, I think there, chat. Yes, I think there as well. So, good job. And have I stopped the screen share or not? Let me just check that. Yes, I have. Right, good. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Do you have any questions? Amazing quiz, sir. I love that so much. I'm glad you enjoy the quizzes, everybody. I think you do enjoy them. I don't want to give you too many there, but I'll just highlight some of your names there as well, because I think that's a good part of this software. You getting the correct answers, you're getting your name on the screen as well. Pahlavi so. Adi so, yes, you got these correct. Now that I finished the quiz, I can do this. I can't do it when the quiz is ongoing. But, and Sarah Ismail, but, good. Right, well done everybody. Does anybody have any further questions? Do you have any other English questions? I'll give you 1 minute if you want to type anything there in the question box. I don't really want to go on to another quiz. It's an awesome live stream, Mr. Gary. Thank you so much, Mr. Hassan. I'm pleased you enjoyed it, found it beneficial, and you know, if you find these streams beneficial, I'll keep doing them, no problem. You're very welcome, Pahlavi. Pahlavi, I did ask earlier, can I publish your comment? If you want to tell me yes or no. If I don't get permission, I won't publish it, okay? I'm talking about the comment you left yesterday. Okay. Otherwise, I'll just hold it, alright? I want your permission first. You're very welcome, Mr. Hassan. No problem there. Good job, everyone. Okay, no problem, Sarah. Thank you very much as well for joining. Thank you so much for attending as well. And yes, okay, no questions. No questions. Right, okay, good. Okay, everybody, then, if you're catching this one on replay, don't forget, press the subscribe button. That really helps me and my channel out. You could also press that share button or that thumbs up button, give that a like as well. And it really helps me. Also, I mentioned earlier, you know, some of these quizzes, there's a bit of interference on the line here. It might be... We've had a rainy afternoon in Jakarta, a stormy, rainy afternoon. I wonder if the internet's about to stop working. press here for a video from my channel if you want to go in there, and there's also a playlist. Maybe you've got a little bit of spare time, you want to watch some other videos or have a little bit of funny. No sir, don't publish my comment. I'm very happy that you see my comment, thank you. So right, okay, listen, you just have to keep trying, okay? Don't worry, you might not understand everything, but the more time goes on, Pallavi, the better you'll become. And I say that to all English learners, you know. We all learn at different speed. We all have different abilities learning, okay? So don't get upset, don't get disheartened. Just keep determined, right? Be determined, you can do it. And just keep telling yourself that, and you know, the end result will be very good for you. I'm sure it will. Right, chat, well done. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy that little bit of motivation for everybody else as well. Take care of yourself. I'm going to end the stream now. Have a lovely day ahead wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you have any specific suggestions, let me know, and you know, put something in the comment, or you can drop me an email as well. All the best to you. Have a nice day. Bye bye now.